Hello, this is the King of Fighters 2000 on a consoleized NEOGEO MVS. I'm ready, I think. Okay, we got Kim, Kasumi, and Whip, but I don't like playing Whip, so I'll play Andy. Kim, Kasumi, Andy, Whip. Okay. Kim, Kasumi, Andy, and the Whipster. So I punched the team in manually after Roulette picked it because if you don't do that, Roulette will re-randomize the team every single battle. I kind of really like that alternate whip color. Oh. Oh, I caught her just as she was trying to ninja her way off the top of the screen. Hey. Oh, come on. Chris, do something. Oh, man, Chris got pimped. Pimp your Chris. Oh, no. Chris, do something again. Okay, good. Oh, God, how did that... Oh, I hate whip. The screaming, mostly. I mean, I do a lot of screaming. But it's not good. It shouldn't be encouraged. I'm trying to get better at not screaming. This might be a little tough. Ooh. Oh, shoot, I went for a punch and that got me nailed. Oh. Ah. Hi. You're still alive. Sorry, my heater decided to turn on and I had to go discipline it. No making noise. I'm trying to record. Okay, now that I've interrupted everything, for a heater you probably couldn't even hear. Ow. Dang it, I'm so bad at that kick. Yeah, Kim's, what, quarter circle or half circle back flip kick? I don't know. I don't get that one somehow. Seems like it should be simple, but it just, somehow the range, the distance just doesn't get into my brain. My poor addled brain. I'm just gonna roll and throw. How about that? Kasumi has counter moves on her punch buttons mostly, and I'm terrible with counter moves. So I'm trying to avoid those. Oh my gosh. Good job, Chris. Oh no, I did a counter move. How did I do that? Maybe they were on her kick buttons. Did I get mixed up? I think I got mixed up. I guess they're on her kick buttons. I don't remember. Look at that purple girl. Kind of looks like she's throwing a fireball. So Chris was okay. Whip is actually pretty good. I'm not sure how good her damage is, but she's got this huge hurt box. Is that the right word? And I think that's... Dang it. Hey, it's hard to roll in on set. That's not good. Oh, God. is Seth so hard to roll in on? Is it just the way they tuned his AI? Because, I mean, everybody's got low jabs, right? Whip kill. I should have tried to see how much damage that actually did. Not a whole lot. Ugh. That was the wrong button. Oh. It's just styling on me. I did pretty good against Whip last week. Or Whip against Seth. Not with the same character, mind you. Okay, I'm going to try her punches, because I think I've got things backwards. And I'm behind. Oh, gee. Jeepers. Yeah, I typically used her punches. Ah! Well, that was the wrong time to do that. Grrrg. Stop running around, Shingo. He's traded with me, what, 3 times now? Oh, I didn't even get a trade in that time. Slap. I guess that was more of a chop. Oh gosh. What is that poison power thing? I mean, come on. Trying your weird moves on me. Yeah, bounce off that. Oh, right under it. Ooh. Poison. Oh, he got crushed. Wow. He didn't even hit me with a darn thing, just about. Did he even hit me with anything? Can't remember. I can't remember. Not really sure which one of the two is... Let me see how much damage Chris does, if I can pay attention. I mean, obviously, the point of a striker is to get a hit for a combo with your main character, but I'm terrible at combos. There are a few strikers who hit their victims so high up into the air, like so slowly, I can get like a combo hit in. That's about the same damage. That being the case, I should probably go with the Whip because I have a little easier time hitting with her, I think. They're both pretty good. Okay, so she's going to slide in low for what looks like a command throw, and you just have to block low, and she can't grab you and maul you that way. And I'm... there. God. Oh my gosh, she grabbed me out of the dive kick. Okay, I hit her finally in a trade. Jeez. I hit her once in a trade. Every other time I got mauled. I hate it when Blue Mary just destroys my team. This sucks. Come on. Yeah, I finally got a clean hit on her. No, is she just going to do that against every jump attack today? Because that's going to suck. Oh, she is. Okay, that she's invulnerable when she's doing that. Oh, Chris, I need it. Oh yeah, every jump attack she's gonna counter. Oh, Chris, come on. Chris, you're failing me. I'm gonna have to get a whip out here. Oh. Nope, she did it. I didn't block low. Another jump attack, another counter. This is nuts. I've never had her get me in every single jump in. Oh. Yeah, she mauled me. She mauled me good. God, Chris. Oh. Chris, you have failed me big time. You just can't hit her. Nobody could hit her. Oh. Oh. Oh, I hate that. I hate everything Andy does. Man. Dog. I cannot not get hit by Andy. And I stink as Andy myself. That's a cool drawing. Oh my gosh. Just Blue Mary and Andy. I'm so lame. I don't even remember what my team was. Kim. Kasumi. Not Whip. It was Andy, who I just bombed with. And then Whip. And I'm not going to use friggin' Chris anymore. Thanks a lot, Chris. I'm going to blame Chris for that loss. It's not really fair, but he's not here to defend himself. Oh, I hate fighting Kasumi. She's even worse at, or more terrible as a counter player than Mary. Ugh. Oh, I screwed that way up. Oh, she's really trying to counter. Oh, I forgot about. Ah! No, no. No. Gah. Why did I do it? Why couldn't I just get away from her? I didn't think she was gonna get me. I thought I was safe, and then she just countered. Just oh. Yeah, glare at her. Oh, Kasumi, Blue Mary. Andy just murdered me. I don't know what my problem with Andy is. Like, why can't I avoid getting hit by his stupid specials? His elbow always nails me. His jump kick with its crazy long arc just always just plows right through me. He even hit me with his stupid lame fireball. Oh no, speaking of which. Yeah, take some lashes. Oh no. Ah. What the? She's throwing rice at me. Slap. Yeah, you want slaps? Oh dear. Hey, there I got a combo hit, whatever a combo hit is called. Aye. Oh no. Not that time. This is such a lame match. A non-counter Hinako or Kasumi versus Hinako, who is... Oh no, she's gonna get me. She got me. That was real lame. Alright. Glitter eyes. I wish I was better with Andy. Like, the only thing I can do with Andy is this and hope they run into it. And a lot of the time they do. Oh no. There, see? Oh no, how did she go right through it? Oh my gosh. This is a little too crazy, man. Can't handle all these things. Okay. I just don't want to fight Choi. Oh, I have to fight Choi. Doing your dive kick at me. Oh, I can't do the dive kick. Oh. God. Why am I doing his punch kicks? I don't even know how to do that one. What was up with that, Whip? Okay, keep doing that. Thanks. Oh no. Kim has a heinous timeout. Oh, look there. Gosh dang it. He's too fast to get with the dive kick. Oh well, not if he does it that way. Oh no, I spiked off his stupid knife gloves. It's Freddy Krueger gloves. Is that Freddy who does the gloves? I think so. I don't know. I was a kid when all those 80s slasher series were going, but they weren't really my thing. Oh! Maybe that's why I don't like Choi. The whole cheesy slasher film thing with the gloves, I don't know. He also just jumps all over the place. That's annoying. They didn't do that in those movies, and I definitely hate that. Ah! Also, Kasumi is not who I would like to have against him. She's really good against certain characters, but not so great in the air. And he keeps getting throw counters against me, and so we're just doing no damage. I barely eked it out. Big baby. I hate Choi. Yeah, give me a good old Chang fight any day. Oh! What was he doing there? Oh no! Clonk. Quick up. Ah, not the counter. That was with kick. Ah. Oh, we both... Oh, splang. We both, it seemed like, armored through something. Okay, Andy. Don't choke. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Wow, that looked really weird. Ooh. Oh, dang it. I forgot the backswing on that. Ah. Oh, that was the wrong doggone thing. I thought at first I did that the wrong way because she was so far away, but he walked in and... Yeah, she might be the striker with the best hitbox. Aside from just the ones who fire a gigantic bullet across the screen, like Bao. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. Stop that. Yeah, take it. How did her backswing not hit him at all? Okay, why can't I dive kick on him? He keeps teleporting everywhere. Oh. Getting chumped. That was bad. Oh, Lynn, I hate Lynn. Not that I'm... It's not my worst nemesis. He's just irritating. That is super irritating. Oh, God. God. I was actually amazed I didn't get hit by that. God, I hate Lan. He's just gross. He's just a gross design. Just in multiple senses. Why can't he be more like Benny Mar? That was fun. Oh. Shoot. What? Yeah. That was weird. Was I taunting? I don't think so. Gosh. Just not doing a whole lot of damage with her. It's all a lot of hits. Oh man, that leg just extendo beamed at me. Oh, just telescoped out of his torso. Trying to counter me. Ah, he countered me. I hate counters. They're just so goofy. What's he doing with his mouth anyway? Oh, wow. Please run into my giant fireball. Oh. That was a whiff. That was just poor execution. Oh my gosh. God. Those low jabs, man. I'm running out of time. Andy. I'm glad I didn't lose to Seth again. That would have been pretty depressing. All hot and bothered. God. Not so great with this team so far. I'm terrible with Andy. Not so great with Kim either. I used to think that Kim was just such a strong character, even I could do pretty good with him, but that... I don't know how much the case that is. That was cool. Hey! That was a throw? Oh, nice. Oh. Okay, nobody's falling for the dive kick. Jeez. I like it when you just stand there and let me throw you. Or when you yawn. Ah, I can't get away from her counterattacks. I'll just punch her right in the sternum. Or is that more like the stomach? Ah, the throw range. Their throw range is pretty crazy. Hey, did I combo hit that? Yeah, okay. I get to do my stupid face. My no-neck stupid face. Good job, Kim. Kind of like this music. It's a little bleepy, but hey. Ooh. Hey. Those counterattacks from her. Ah. Ooh. Just caught her straight up with a jump kick. Like she had her shield up and then she just... she got bored? I don't know. She saw my unimpressive jump arc and just thought it wasn't gonna hurt much. Oh. Oh good, I don't have to fight Whip. That's a plus. Oh my god, how does he do it? Jeez. What was this knockdown attack? Oh, I could almost have comboed. Ugh. It's got such a weird throw animation. Oh no! Right in the one place I didn't want to be. Help! Help! Good kill, Whip. Jeez, just Spider-Man out of here. Yeah, Whip, for a lame-o like me, Whip is a pretty good striker. She can at least get the hit. You know, the all-important hit. Take it easy, sister. Oh, what you doing? Oh, nuts. Ah, I knew I was in too deep. Ah. Jeez. Right into it. Whip just getting the kills. Spider-Man's away. Spider-Girl's away. Spider-Woman's away. Okay, don't get slammed by Ralph. Oh, that was confusing. Okay. That was her CD attack. Oh, her legs are so short. Take that. Oh, I was hoping maybe I could... Ooh. Well, good one. Oh my gosh. Okay, that could have ended better for me. That put things in a little bit of doubt all of a sudden. Oh boy, now we're looking bad. Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay, that's not working at all. I should just not try to do Andy's special moves. I'm pretty bad with them. I just need to learn his normals. which are also pretty weird. But I made it to the final, so mission accomplished. Everything from now on is just gravy. I probably need to play this game more than once a week to not get so stressed about it, because it's just... It's fundamentally quite different than all the other fighting games I play, so I kind of come in cold every week, and that doesn't really help get things off to a rollicking good start. Also, there's so many characters, and I'm just sort of still just tickling the tips of the icebergs on them. Just not playing frequently enough to really start digging down, I guess. But I did figure out that I can shimmy. If I shimmy the boss and then roll and throw it, it kind of works. So that's been working fairly well. Better than my usual attempts to kill Zero anyway. But can I get past Evil Andy? Nope, he hits me with everything. Even his strikers hit. Wow. Wow, I don't even know what that was. That a wall attack? God, stop it, Andy. I can't hit him with whip. I couldn't even hit him with whip. Oh, I just have to run into that to keep my streak of getting hit by everything he throws alive. Can't hit him with whip. Oh my gosh. Andy is in peak form of hitting me with everything. I'm in peak form of getting hit by everything from Andy. Of course, because I can't stop getting hit by him. Hey, you didn't hit me, Andy. There you go. Andy, you're slipping. Big old slips. Oh, come on, Whip. You just needed to hit him like once. No. No, he's back to hitting me with everything. God. Wah. I really hate Andy tonight. Oh no, and then there's Mary. Yeah, it's looking bad. Whoa, did I accidentally do a counter? Oh, that was a clear-cut kick to the face. Ooh. Oh, nuts. That was a heck of a back roll. Oh, I forgot that counter from her. I'm out of whips. Oh, no. Ah, that counter from her is nasty. It's so fast. Don't know how she does that. It's disgusting. Wow, go Andy. Okay, so I want Andy against Blue Mary all the time now. Andy's got such... Look how huge his arms are. Joe. I have this trouble against Joe in CVS 2 as well. He's so offense oriented. He just swings away at me and I just run into it. See? I kind of thought that might happen. Ah! No! Thank you, Joe. Oh my gosh. With 2 pixels of health left in the finals, he decided to taunt. Thought a ninja couldn't get all the way back across the screen, or he just wanted to lose. Oh. Can't take it. I'm getting too old for this. craziness. Yeah, this game is nuts. It's such an insane game. And I've been playing it every week for the past, what, 3 years now, and I still can't wrap my head around big parts of it. It's just too wild. It's pretty much the best game, I guess. I guess it is. Oh, you know, I took my KOF 97 cartridge apart. I was kind of thinking it was a bootleg or something because I just got it thrown in by the guy who sold me the consoleized MVS. He just threw a cart of 97 in. I was like, oh, okay. But I started to think maybe it's a bootleg or something that he just didn't care about. And then I tried to play it for the first time in a couple of years a week or two ago, and there's just corrupt graphics all over the place, just all kinds of messed up stuff, and I just figured, well, maybe they were just, cheap bootleg board or whatever, and they're just kind of fell apart. I don't know. I mean, it's just been in a clamshell case in KOF 2000's clamshell case in my cupboard for all this time, but so I thought, well, why didn't I just throw the card away? I mean, it seems like it's aced. And I kind of went to do that, but then I took it out and I set it on the floor, and I noticed the big screws holding the cart together. I didn't do a shimmy. There you go. Oh, it's getting crazy. Shoot. And I thought, well, I might as well unscrew this thing and see what these bootleg boards inside look like, and I unscrewed it, and they actually looked like pretty clean boards. So, oh, he's gonna hit me with his skirt. So I think it might have been legit, or it is legit. It certainly looked like a reasonable, clean manufacturing job with SNK cleanly stamped and sharp on the boards and so forth. Oh, I thought I could get some kind of hit in there. No. Can't get 2 hits in a row on him. Oh, okay, I'm taking these hits for granted. I'm gonna die. I gotta get clear after I hit him. This is just not quite going as well as it needs to. Yeah, his health is still way too high. No, don't let him. Don't go for 2 hits in a row. It doesn't work. Ah. Get out. Ah, Whip didn't even get 1 hit in on him. That sucked. Well, here it comes down to this, boss. Oh no, I couldn't get away. Not enough damage, no. See, if I hadn't gone for multiple hits all those times and it never worked, I could have eked it out. This is kind of what happened last week, too, come to think of it. At least it was just about that close. Oh, well. So the 97 cart, I don't know, maybe the contacts just have, just whatever can float out of the atmosphere and attach to the contacts and make them not clean connecting contacts anymore. So maybe I just gotta get some, what do you use, like isopropyl alcohol or something, and Try wiping those down. I don't know. It's not. I can't play 97 anyway. It's just too darn flashy for my brain to, my eyeballs to withstand. So I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll probably just not do anything with it. I mean, at the very least, if I was smart, if I really can't play it, I should clean it up and see if I can get it working perfectly, and then just sell it or something, right? But I don't even know how much a cartridge only MVS card of 97 is worth. Probably not that much, come to think of it. All right, well, anyway, that was KOF 2000, the KOF I can play without my eyeballs hating me. So thanks for watching. It, as almost always, it started out extremely badly, and then it got okay. I would have liked to have won that boss fight, but I didn't play well enough to deserve it. I need to remember that, because I kept going for, it kept seeming like getting that second, like hitting him, and then it seemed like I could roll again and hit him again or something, like instead of having to retreat first, because retreating is hard anyway, because if he really wants to, he can just whip his knife skirt out and hit you from, like, you know, half screen distance as you're jumping back or something. But and also, I for some reason felt like I couldn't back roll against him. And is that even a thing now? I'm confused. You can just roll backwards, right? In this game you can't. Yeah. See, I had a, is that like a CVS2 thing that you can't roll backwards? Oh my gosh. So that was messing with me. So I should have just been backwards rolling. And he's got a heck of a backwards roll. Anyhow, stop being mean to me, Chin. So that means the lesson is hit 0 once and then back roll the heck out of there. Don't jump away, that's too slow, and he'll just do his skirt thing and that'll hit you in air anyway. Back roll is just about the only thing that could maybe get me out, except possibly for certain characters who have a faster special move, but I'm not even sure like Vanessa does she? Anyway, that might be useful in the future. So Andy, I still fundamentally don't understand. If I can only get some of his normals down, I think I should be okay with him. Kim, I still feel pretty awkward with. Again, I wish I could get his normals down, because it seems like he's got good ones. The problem I have with him is that, you know, his punches are also kicks, and I don't even use those because it weirds me out too much. It seems like his kick button kicks are just better than his punch button kicks, but that's probably wrong. I probably just haven't, you know, bothered to learn them at all. Not that I really know his kicks. And wait, who was my leadoff character? No, it was Kim Kasumi. Kasumi, sometimes I do pretty well with her, and I don't really understand why. I mean, she's got pretty solid intuitive feeling normals, except now I forget which buttons her counters are on. I think they're on kicks. I don't like doing those accidentally. But aside from that, her normals are pretty sweet. Like that chop she did that I killed like 2 people with. That's a pretty good one. So yeah, I kind of like playing Kasumi, but Andy and Kim both make me feel like I'm just really missing the ball and screwing up with them. Whip though, I feel good with Whip as a striker because she can hit just about anything. Because that's really what I need. I just need that little extra damage. I mean, it did fail me at a few key points, but oh well. So yeah, I play this once a week. I'll be playing this again next Friday. Tomorrow I'll be playing Tekken 4 on PS2. Sunday I'll be playing Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution with Sarah Bryant in her quest mode. Monday I'll be playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS3. Tuesday I'll be playing Jackie Bryant in his quest mode, which I've beaten in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, but I just playing him once a week because he's fun and I don't want to forget how to play him, I guess. I don't know. Wednesday is more Sarah in her quest mode. And Thursday would be Guilty Gear X survival mode, but I just had a weird outing with Morrigan in CVS2, Capcom vs. SNK 2's survival mode last night. And that's the game that I alternate with Guilty Gear X's survival mode every other week. And now I'm curious. I had a real hard time playing Morrigan in CVS2, and it made me think, man, I'm just no good with Morrigan. But then I thought, wait, she feels really tough in Darkstalkers, so I think I'm going to play, instead of Guilty Gear X this time, I think I'm going to play some Darkstalkers 3. That's like the one game that I'm not playing regularly that I still have the disc for in my little disc carrying case that I keep around next near all the systems here. So I think I'll play Morrigan in Darkstalkers 3. I kind of stopped playing Darkstalkers 3 because I only was enjoying playing Lilith, and Lilith is a lot of fun to play, but I felt kind of weird just having one character I was playing in the fighting game. So I just kind of figured, well, if it's down to just one character that I want to play, then maybe I should just, just not play this and get some other things in instead. But look at that guy on the left with his huge torso and short legs. But if I can play Morrigan and Lilith, that's a slightly different proposal. Anyway, we'll see how Morrigan goes. I looked at some of my old footage briefly, and it looks like she's just kind of snappier in her movements in that game versus CVS2. I don't know though. That's kind of based on not a whole lot of evidence. So I need to give her a go there and see if I can remember how I felt with her in CVS2 and what the differences are. In CVS2, I felt like all her moves had huge recovery time. Her special moves had big recovery time. And so if you missed or they got blocked or whatever, you were in trouble. And she also is kind of tiny, and she's smaller than most of the other characters, and so feels like she doesn't necessarily have the range to compete hand to hand. I don't know, I guess that's all excuses though. I just couldn't do a whole lot with her. So yeah, that might be next Thursday, and then Friday is this game. As I said, I play this every Friday night. Tonight's Friday night, I played this game. And I cried a little at the beginning, and then I did okay. And the roll and throw, the new shimmy roll and throw, almost got 0 again. I just lost out to him barely last week too, so I hope this doesn't become a trend. But this time I realized, what did I realize? That come on, self, you just did this a couple minutes ago. I need to back roll. I can only hit him once, and then I gotta get out, and I should back roll, probably. So maybe hopefully I'll remember that next time. Okay, well, thanks for watching. As I said, KOF 2000 once a week. So be back here in 7 days if you want more. And I guess if you listen this long, you probably do, because that's weird otherwise. And anyway, even if you just like looking at this aquarium in the background, I guess that's legit. This is my favorite stage. Yeah, so thanks for watching the aquarium or whatever, and good night.